Hi, Taurus. Hierophant, there's Taurus. Okay. Three of Cups. Alright. Five of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. This has been going crooked lately, so I want to make sure. Page of Wands. Tower. That could be Scorpio. Page of Swords. Ooh. So, okay, so I was like, whoa, we got that. Okay. Page of Wands, Page of Swords, and the Tower. Scorpio. King of Cups. That could be Pisces. Could be Cancer, Scorpio also, but I read it as Pisces. Okay. Let's see. All right. So, let me get some water real quick. All right, hold on a minute. Huh. Yeah, you got an ending coming here. And this is, you know it's on the horizon, you suspect as much. You need to, and it looks like for the Tauruses I'm reading for, is that if it's not an ending, it's changes that need to be made, and you're going to be the one making them. So you're either going to be in charge of making the changes, or you're going to be kind of heading it off at the pass and cutting things off and ending things. What's this Five of Wands about? And it's preferred here. And for the Tauruses I'm reading for too, there's this element of needing to see things realistically for what they are. So that could lead to change. This could be a breakup or changes that you're like, all right, we need to go in a different direction. So what is this? What's this Five of Wands about? The Magician. Okay. What's this Ace of Pentacles about? The World. What's this Page of Wands about, though? That's what I'm worried about. This Page of Wands and Page of Swords. What's this Page of Wands about? Two of Pentacles. All right. What's this Tower about? Okay. All right. So you don't know this person like you think you do. This can be a new person. Pardon me. What you do know is that there's conflict with this person. There might be, it might be really passionate and exciting, but it's also excuse me, never a dull moment. And for the Tauruses that I'm reading for, please don't take this the wrong way, but there's a bit of overly trusting this person, or a bit of naivete, because hold on a minute, this is Page of Swords. You're thinking that okay, Knight of Swords, that could be Aquarius. You need to do something about this quick, because we got the Tower and we've got the Knight of Swords here. I think you think, Taurus, that everything is okay, but there's a few things going on behind the scenes that you don't know about. That either there's something pretty heavy duty going on behind the scenes that you don't know about, and I think you might think that either everything is going along fine and that's just this person's personality. They're quirky and eccentric, and they're prickly and persnickety and all that, and you might think that everything's fine. We got this. It's how we always are. There's things that you might be suspecting intuitively, but you're just wanting to kind of gloss over. That this is there's things that you need to acknowledge your intuition on this. There's this strong desire externally to keep things the status quo, but you need to listen to your intuition on this, and things are not as they seem. What's this King of Cups about? Three of Swords. Okay. No more denying what you know. And there's this, for the Tauruses that I'm reading for, there might be this preference or attachment to being kind of really positive and optimistic about where you're headed or the situation with this person. And it is not that. This person is doing some shady shenanigans without you knowing about it. And it could be that you're going to be finding that out about that very soon. And your intuition has been on you about, hey, something's not right. You need to cut this off. This is a negative behavior pattern with this person, or something's not right. They're doing something, but you're wanting to be optimistic and give them the benefit of the doubt and work on things, and they're not worth your effort because there's a large part of them that is hidden from you, they're keeping from you. And you would do well right now to speak your piece, have it out, and then get that time away from them that you need to think about things. This is you needing to decide, in light of what you are going to discover is going on, which your intuition's been nagging about you, or nagging at you to cut things off, to get some time away to think, because things are not as they seem. There's something you don't know about this person. You're going to be, and it's going to be up to you to do it, because why would they change anything? The way they've got you thinking that everything is fine and as it should be. So they're not going to make a move to confess and tell on themselves. They're going to keep everything the way it is. They like the way things are going, but there's going to be some discoveries here that you're going to be like, whoa, it's going to shake your foundation, and call into question everything about this relationship. It's not stable like you thought it was. It's going to call everything into question, and you might have thought your person's somebody really stable and somebody you could rely upon, when in reality they've got something going on that you don't. They're juggling things here. This is not the stable relationship that you thought it was. This is someone that's doing some shady shenanigans off to the side, that's kind of keeping all the plates in the air on those sticks or whatever, and you're none the wiser. Part of that, don't hate me, could be that you've been wanting to see the best in them, or wanting to just, it's all going to work out. It's all going to be okay. We just have to ride the storm out. Yeah, but you're the only one doing the work. You know what I mean? And they're taking advantage of that by continuing the shady shenanigans. We got sadness, and this is knowing that it could, what's going on could have been one of the outcomes. This is being sad but not surprised. This could be Pisces. It doesn't have to be, but this is about. So this becomes then, with these two, it becomes a love that you endure. That it's not a perfect love, but it's more than that. That's giving this a lot of credit. What it is staying devoted and loyal to something that you don't feel that love for, but you're doing it out of obligation and duty, which is admirable. But this is someone kind of running roughshod over you and taking advantage of your optimistic or your loyal nature. That's for Taurus. This needs, at the very least, Taurus, this needs to be spoken to and spoken about, and you need some time to think about what your next moves are. Whatever situation this is, it comes to an end. It needs to. You can't ignore what this is doing to your relationship, because for the Tauruses that I'm reading for, you're very much alone in this connection. You're very much left to yourself and alone, and there's very little connection between you and your person. Seven of Cups. That's for Taurus. That's for Taurus. Everything is up in the air and you're confused. Okay, so these two, both of these two. This is Four of Wands and Five of Pentacles. All right, so there's that union, but the disconnect. There's that communal situation, but the disconnect, and not knowing and feeling like, oh, this is like being secretly sad and optimistic, or trying to make the most out of it, or trying to make something. It's kind of being naive or disillusioned. And really, this is born out of the sadness underneath or the disconnect, trying to make the most out of a situation that really isn't there. And you're the only one concerned with making it or progressing or improving it. What else for Taurus? This is about you. Okay. All right. Justice. That could be Libra. This is about letting an ending stand for now because you need some time to think. And you, in light of the information received, it's a double whammy because intuitively, secretly, you've been feeling the disconnect and trying to make the most out of it and limping along with this relationship that you have an attachment and loyalty to, but you're not feeling it. And your person is going to come to light, has been doing some shady shenanigans. Quite possibly there could be more people involved. This could also be addiction. We got the devil and 3 of cups here. This could be someone that has a raging habit that's been kept in the dark or out of your awareness, but you've had this sneaking suspicion for a while. That's going to come to light. And maybe depending on your dynamics and what you want to do, that could lead to healing. The discovery of that could lead to healing and you two working together. It could lead to a time of separation. There's a lot of what it could lead to, but it needs to be brought to light. And you can't be the only one in this relationship trying to keep this relationship afloat because your heart's breaking and it's empty and you're sad and there's no connection here. And there's worse things, I know. But for the type of person and partner you are and the connection that you want and that could be, balance needs to be restored. Best course of action at the very least is you being the agent of change here. And the thing is intuitively this jives with your intuition. It's time. It's about you calling it out, about you kind of upsetting the apple cart here because this will continue in perpetuity as long as you allow it. It's unfortunate that you're kind of the only one that is willing to rise up and go, all right, this needs to end. I don't know what you're doing, but I know you're doing something over here without me seemingly knowing. And we need to illuminate everything and have all the cards on the table here. What is going on? So there's the opportunity for that to bring things back into balance. Or this could be you cutting things off and taking some time to think about things because your person is not who you think they are. But more importantly, deep down, you know that. But you've been trying to help it along and fix it and hoping that it'll re-normalize or re-stabilize. There goes my voice. Hold on a minute. By your efforts in making it happen, but there's frustration because you're the only one trying to make it happen. Because they're busy over here doing the shenanigans. And you're the one keeping everything afloat and you're tired. And you're lonely and you're sad. It's not fair. Can't be the only one interested in this relationship, and you're not even feeling it anymore because you're kind of depleted. But the thing is, you're doing it out of devotion and loyalty and love, and you're honor bound and all those good things, and you deserve better, frankly. And you should call this out. You should honor that intuitive feeling of something's not right. I need to get ahead of this and take control of this, whether it means ending the relationship or calling it out for healing. Whatever it is, you deserve better, and it's going to have to be you that calls it out. That you that takes the decisive action. For some of you, that very well could be no contact, because this person could be so deep in their business or their shenanigans that they don't care. It could be that this is, if it's not shenanigans, it's someone that's just, this could be an affair that someone started, and you're finally throwing in the towel and being like, you know what, I'm not going to compete with an affair. You obviously don't want to be here. I've been trying to keep us afloat, but no. For this year, Taurus, this is about you seeing it realistically and looking at that. You've been, for the Tauruses I'm reading for, this has been kind of a lonely place for you for a while. And I think you're just going to be tired of that. Enough is enough. It's taken a lot to get you here. But enough of enough. This is a wake-up call, and this is you listening to it and in an attempt to restore balance. Whether you break things off or this is separation so you can figure things out and what's your next move is going to be up to you and your dynamic with your person. That's for Taurus. Queen of Wands. Yeah, you're going to have to take charge. This could be Aries. There's also the possibility that this is you thinking, you know what, I've given this enough time and effort, and it's time for me to strike out on my own. And maybe I just need to accept how things are, that this is the best it's ever going to be, and I don't want that anymore, and I'm taking charge of my own future. This is either an opportunity for you two to work together and figure things out, or for you to strike out on your own. You'll decide that. What's this Queen of Wands? Okay. So it looks like this is you making changes to be able to be self-sufficient and take care of yours and your own without partnership right now. And it's unfortunate, this is Capricorn, Aries, because you gave this a lot, and this person kind of just squandered it by doing the shady shenanigans. And this is, that's a shame, because you're no slouch when it comes to relationship or anything, really. I mean, you pull your weight, you do your part, you invest, you're present, you're there, and now your intuition is saying, you know what, this is not worth it anymore. Something's not right, and you need to finally acknowledge that. You can't keep making a silk purse out of a sow's ear, or whatever the saying is. You deserve better, and you're the only one interested in keeping this afloat. House for Taurus. House for Taurus. Looks like this is preferred too. That after the effort you've made here, you're like, okay, that now I get to move forward and focus on myself and my own, mine and my own. What is that? Me and my own. Me and mine. Good Lord. And once again, here's you being the bigger person, you know? No drama, just, all right, well then, let's figure it out. You taking care of things, you handling the dissolution, or you handling the decision making, because your person's just, you know. Darn it. Well, I could see why you hung in for so long. Eternal Flame. That's unfortunate. Because you would have liked for things to be differently, because this was an important connection to you, and you're still probably going to be processing the ending. Perhaps this is just a temporary ending right now so you can get your wits about you. Perhaps this is you figuring out how the partnership is going to work in light of what you're calling out. But again, this is a lot of work for you to do, because your partner feels like they're not there, that they're once removed, that you're having to figure all this out on your own. We got Eternal Flame here. This very well could be temporary timeout so that everything can get aired out and you two can both figure out your next move. I hope for that. I don't like this being, well, there you go, Taurus. That was it. That was, you had a good run, off you go. I don't like that. I want this to be happier. But I think this is about you listening to your intuition finally, and not throwing in the towel, but just not making it okay for this anymore. You get to be happy too. And this, whatever shady shenanigans are going on, it needs to be called out. You've either been making it okay and kind of wanting to be overly optimistic about something that's been limping along for a while, or you honestly don't know what they're doing behind closed doors, or whatever. But it's time that this gets called out, and that you get to have some efficacy here, that you take the lead for your own well-being, or you take charge of this, because you've kind of been alone in this for a while, and this is just you calling it out and going, okay, something's not right, and I'm going to be making these changes. For the Tauruses I'm reading for, you've been holding this together, and it looks like you're going to have to be doing a lot of the decision making, at which point it's kind of preferred, because you feel better about those that you are caring for, or just the decisions that need to be made. You're more in a capacity to be able to do that. This feels like it's either just a romantic situation for you in general for the whole year or one specific person. But either way, this is you stepping away from being involved in this relationship or connection because you're alone in it anyway. And it's time for you to step out and get your good. I could see why there was the effort though, because this is something you really believed in. I am sorry that it has come to this, but this is through no fault of your own. You really did your best you could, but it can't be all on you, can it? Queen of Swords, Wheel of Fortune reversed. So this is things taking a turn for the not so positive and you making some decisions about that. We have the Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords. Didn't we have the King of Swords somewhere? King of Cups. That's what we had. So this is needing to make some decisions after things not working out, things not progressing. This just taking a turn for the worse. Hitting a run of bad luck, or just, it's almost like, you know what, this is just too much. I can't handle having to lift this up and then it just goes back to the way it was anyway. This is, I hate to say feeling like a failure, but just realizing intuitively that this is not going to be this sort of optimistic progression. Like, well, we don't know what's going to happen, but good things await, good things are in store. This is things not progressing. This is good luck being delayed or things being stalled. And any chance for, we got the World card here too, like leaving things open-ended and we'll see, that's been put on hold as well. So it's like things aren't progressing. There's decisions that need to be made. 3 queens here. Wow. Okay. All right. Taurus, it is time for you to be able to restore balance to your life. In light of all this, the decisions need to be made. Probably you're going to be the one making them. But you need to have some distance and time from this. You're very much alone in this connection. And that won't suit. You deserve better. All right. So, I want to say this is about being liberated, but I mean, I want to pretty it up. I don't like that it's so drastic. But at the same time, I think there's going to be great relief in finally acknowledging what you've been kind of fighting against or trying to keep limping along. No more. No more. That's throwing good energy after bad. This is you finally stepping away, making the decisions, seeing it for what it is, having that perspective, and making decisions accordingly about your best interest and restoring stability in your life. All right. I hope this was helpful. I think, wanted to add to that too. I think that you know that this is for the best. I'm not saying that to kind of like try to perk up the reading. Lord knows I don't do that. But I think there's a sense of feeling like it's time, and there's a preference for restoration and healing and just things being calm. You've given it your all, and it's time. I think this is preferred. There's relief in finally accepting and letting go, or just beginning the process. It's like a huge weight's being lifted, and you get to decompress a little bit once you get some distance from this. Okay. I hope this was helpful, Taurus. Please get some rest and take some much time needed to process this. You deserve it. You've given it your all, and it takes two, and you know that, and you have love in your heart as you're walking away, and you see it for what it is. I like the stability here and the restoration of peace and tranquility and health, because you're taking the reins and making decisions. All right, I hope to see you. Please get some rest. I hope to see you in the next reading.